evening, the world. Welcome to another amazing episode of People Who Inspire. Today, I'm bringing you one who is truly, truly great in what he does. As a matter of fact, he wears so many hats and so many crowns. My dear friend and brother, Tony Bonsu. I need to specify on the Bonsu or stress on it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a brief about this incredible individual who we are spotlighting today on People Who Inspire. Of course, my name is Emmanuel Mbansi. Now, from corporate boardrooms, take your time and listen to this, to what you love so much, football. Mr. Tony Bonsu is redefining what it means to be a modern African professional. Thus, if you are aiming to be one, you certainly want to learn from him today. He is a level 7 chartered marketer, SIM UK, communication strategies, you can say 4, and then he is a sport talent manager. If you're looking for one to guide you through your career, he has set up a system that will accelerate your growth trajectory. His work connects enterprise with purpose, vision with action, and strategy with real-world success. Quantifiable, measurable, tangible, through reality. He is the founder of Tag Sports Limited, a transport base in Ghana, a registered football agency recognized under the new FIFA regulations, as well as Tag Transport and Logistics. Actually, I made a mistake. It was supposed to be Tag Sports Limited. That's one. And there is Tag Transport and Logistics. And then another one, he's also into real estate, which is called Tonag Reality Investment. So through ventures and his, of course, regional legal leadership roles, Mr. Bonsu is leading a new generation of bold African professionals, creating impacts across sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the People Who Inspire platform. Good to see you. And how are you doing?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mbansi. I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
You have one of the best platforms.
Thank you, my brother.
You guys are doing a very, very great job. The Almighty Father, they should bless you guys.
Amen.
Giving a lot of people the opportunity to be able to share their story for the younger generation, the present generation, even the older generations to learn from. These are most of the things we don't tend to get. People pick people and say, this is my mentor. How do they even mentor you when you don't even know anything about them? So I say you guys are doing well, and I'm very, very happy to be here now.
Certainly.
Thank you once again.
Certainly. You're welcome. You're welcome, my brother. Of course, each time I get to look at your work, from Medina to the rest of the world.
Medina, we say.
Shout out to the folk in Medina. And of course, let's shout out to Ashanti, the real Ashanti.
Proud Ashanti.
Yes, man.
All hail the king of Tunfo.
Yes, man. Now, of course, the short brief about you is so concise.
Okay.
I tried my best with the team to see how we could bring it down to 10 seconds. It didn't work. And that is because your achievement is impeccable, it's admirable, it's inspirational, and of course, it's challenging to anyone who want to be like you. Tell us, where do we start from?
Okay, thank you once again. I think we start from where God started from.
Yes.
God started the world with creation.
Absolutely.
So we start from creation. It's all started from Medina. I grew up in Medina with my parents. I attended Gospel International School. That is a preparatory school in Medina. From there, I transitioned into the senior high school, that is Mania Krobo Senior High School in the Eastern region.
Right.
Afterwards, I got admitted at GIJ. That is, I gained admission at GIJ,
Ghana
Institute of Journalism, where I read Bachelor of Communication, specifically journalism.
Whoa.
So my first degree is in journalism.
Wow.
From there, I moved on to, after a while, I was like, okay, journalism is good, but I can still do further. I'm someone who is curious about knowledge. So I delved into PR, public relations. So I read my master's in public relations. I moved on to do my chartered marketing, which I attained the level 7 status. Level 7 chartered marketing is the highest you can ever achieve.
In the UK?
Because when you look at chartered market, it starts from various levels, level 4, level 5, level 6, and enter level 7. So I got inducted. I graduated as a level 7 chartered marketer in the UK. I came
Congrats.
down and looking at the span of areas I deal with. I believe in one thing: ignorance to the law is not an excuse.
It's not.
So if you're operating in all these ventures, how do you do it? To be able to know that you're operating within the confines of the law. That gave me the opportunity to go back to school. So I went to Wisconsin to do my LLB, that is a postgraduate law. After which I also continued to read Master of Philosophy in Prayer and Strategic Management.
One man. One man, many programs. What time? How did you manage to, is it the quest for knowledge, or it's a personal value that you have to constantly upgrade, and and these are different areas.
Yes, there are different areas, but if you take a critical look, it's all communication based. Yes. So it's an apple tree, but just different branches.
Right.
But it still stems down to the apple tree, the same root.
Aren't you a philosopher?
So you see, it's all. When I was making my previous submission, I said I'm curious about knowledge. I believe as human beings, God said He created us in His own image.
That's right.
So which means there's nothing that we cannot do if only you set your mind on, you put up the focus, and you put God in the center of it. You're going to get there. So all these areas of education is just because I want to get more knowledge. The difference between the successful person and the less successful person is information. And where is the information? It's in knowledge. Being able to research and get to find what is hidden. I didn't want to believe in that philosophy that they said, if you want to hide something from the black man, hide it in the book. No. It shouldn't be that way. If you want to hide something from we, the black men, you must to hide it in your pocket so that we cannot see it, not the book, because we can have access to the book.
We've passed that level, right?
We've bypassed that. So that is it. And, coming from Medina, there's this stereotype people tend to get. Areas as such, looking at Nima, Medina, Ashaman, most people are just, trying to set up themselves to a point like Plateau. No. We have a lot of good minds, a lot of great minds, a lot of people that can come beyond just the average. So it's with the notion that we want to change the narrative. If you're from the Zongos, doesn't mean we cannot get to where we want to get to. With the help of God, alhamdulillah, we'll get to where we want to get to. So that is how everything is being.
We give thanks to God. Everyone we bring on, the people who inspire, has always got that very, very humble beginning. And Mr. Tony Bonsu is certainly one of those whose humble beginning has really brought him this far. And he attributes his success to the glory of God.
God is the greatest.
This is the fourth person of people who inspire, who attributes all they've achieved to the glory of God. But at the same time, they work as hard as if it all depends on them. That's really amazing. Now, I wanted to talk about what has really shaped your passion for, strategic communication and entrepreneurship, because you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
At the same time, you are in the PR sector.
Yes.
At the same time, you are in the marketing sector. At the same time, you have a legal background.
Yeah.
At the same time, you are in the media and sports industry. So could you please tell us a little bit?
I think everything stems down or boils down to discipline. And you see, in life, knowing what you want. We all start the road. What do you want? Where are you heading to? What is the foresight? That is why I believe in one thing. When I start every year, I sit down, go to my knees, pray to God, and I write what I want in the year. Even when you're praying to God, you need to be specific. So all these things about what you want. If you want to sing, you don't have to use that route or route. If you want to sing, you need to know where to be 24/7 in the studio to be able to make a difference. Because whatever you want to do, don't forget, it's nothing new under the sun. People came before you and people will still come after you. What is going to make you stand out as a unique person or the unique persona within that space you find yourself? So it's all about what you want. You should set your goal, set your target that this is where I want to get to. Before I came here, I left the office and I said, I'm coming to the trade house. So I knew where I was going. With or without the help of Google Map, I knew where I was going. So that is how everything is being like, knowing where you're going. That is what is going to aid you, shape you. Because like I said, God is the greatest. So God is there. But if you know where you're going, you don't look left, you don't look right. You know that, okay, this is where I'm going. Definitely, there'll be. It's a roller coaster ride because the road to success is, they say, is always under construction. It's never completed. It's never straight. And once you know where you're going, you hit straight on the target, eyes on the prize.
Wonderful. Eyes on the prize. Now, you know what I want to challenge you on, because each time we talk, it's either you are talking about a character you formed that you bring to bear each time we converse on something, and that's on values.
Okay.
You are big in that area, right? You just mentioned discipline as one of the key component to becoming or achieving that target you set for yourself. What are some of the values that propels people to great heights,
Okay.
that you could share with our audience to help a young person who is probably in high school or probably university or probably on the street trying to figure out what can I do aside from skills, aside from discovering my gift? What values can I actually cultivate? What character can I form now?
Okay. So, being a Christian, I'll start from the Christian point of view. Being a Christian, when you pick your Bible, there are a lot of morals that is being placed in the Bible that is being will aid you or will shape your life or guide you through your path.
That's right.
That is one. So if you have these morals being your basics or being your commencement, should we say guide, now you come to society. Society is very diverse. There might be things that people are doing that you find it very interesting. But the question you ask yourself is it going to add up to what you want to do? Or is it going to take out from what you want to do?
Is it going to add up to what you want to do or take out?
Yes, that is also another thing. Because you already have God. God is for us all. But now the question is you, the individual. That is why there's a saying, we all for ourselves, God for us.
Right.
Yes. So you set the goals and you said, okay, this thing I'm doing, people are doing A, B, and C. Now, what do I do so that I tend to stand out? So you look at something we call scale of preference. Which is more important? Is it A that is important or B is important? If we've all studied economics, which I did in my senior high school, we have something called scale of preference.
Right.
So you list what you want. You look at what is more important, what is averagely important, and what is less important. So when you are done listing this, then you look at what we call opportunity cost.
Right.
So the opportunity cost is the cost to forego for something to live, or maybe something must die for something to live. So if your friends are playing 247, you wouldn't play 247.
The sacrifice.
You would play just the maybe 4 and leave the 7 or whatever. You get it. Sacrifice.
Yes.
You get it. So when what you are talking about values here, having God is one. Knowing where you are heading to, that is being visionary.
Right.
Sacrifice. Then you also persevere.
Right. Perseverance.
You look beyond just now. You persevere and go that, okay, I want to hit harder. I have a great foresight. I want to get there. Okay, have this. And you see, one thing that is very important is also self-belief. I believe a lot of things, or one of the things that has, retarded people from seeing their actual growth is inferiority complex. The fact that they feel, I can't do it. Everyone can do it. If Mr. Mbansi is able to do this, then I can be able to do it too, and even do it more. Self-belief. Sometimes no one is going to applaud you.
That's right.
No one is going to applaud you and say,
unfortunately.
No. You see, and it stems down to the bandwagon effect, whereby everyone wants to join the winning team. Now, if you want to eat, look at the procedures food needs to go through. From going to the market or going to the farm to get the produce, coming to, cook it. The cooking stage, look at the number of utensils you tend to dirty up.
To get that
perfect meal. But when the perfect meal is ready, the aroma is everywhere. Oh,
nobody cares about what we use.
Nobody cares about the process.
Yes.
They care about the end result.
Yes.
So no one may applaud you along the line, but self-belief is going to get you where you want to get to. Yes.
I just love this. This is already a takeaway. If you're wondering what you are going home with today, right after watching this inspiring conversation with a true legend. I have engaged quite a number of top leaders who are leading positive change in their various communities. And each time I talk to them, there is always the God factor. Yes. It's so amazing. And you attribute, as I opened by saying that you already have attributed your success to God. But your advice to to the younger generation, or somebody who is trying to find their way, is still to consider the faith, the value of faith.
Okay.
Now, my next question is something that I'm really, really passionate about.
Okay.
And it's something I believe that for people who inspire, if we talk about it, somebody will love to reference it one day.
Okay.
I always ask my guests this. You know, you've acquired multiple degrees and certification across communications, law, and marketing, real estate. How has this academic diversity shaped the man you are today?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mbansi. You see, this gives me an opportunity to throw more light on education. You know, people have the stereotype, the mentality that life is, we all want to make money in life. So why don't you delve into business than going to school? School is even a waste of time.
Yes.
But
Bill Gates didn't go to school. This one dropped off and all of that.
You see, ask yourself, how many Bill Gates do we have in the world? It's just a single
Just
person.
one.
How many Jeff Bezos do we have in the world? Single person. But what's the worst population? You see, you just don't pick an individual and say, because this person did this, it's going to work for everyone. No, we are all different. Look at the fingers.
They are not equal.
Never. So when you go to my local dialect, which is the Ashanti, they say, ahimfochi and ebididibiechi. And I insert ahimfochi, ebididibiechi. And I insert here. Right. All fingers are not equal.
Right.
So it worked for A doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But we can all see something here that when you're well educated, it's shaping your life in society because you're well informed. And if you're well informed, then which means you're on the path of success.
That's right.
Even as a businessman, one who is educated and one who is less educated, when they're in business, look at the way and manner they do their business. Because the one who is educated is well informed. Education is not just going to the classroom.
Right.
Seeking knowledge and finding it. That means you're well informed, you're equipped with knowledge. So I beg to differ when people say education, life is not all about education. Education is very good.
It is.
Very, very good. Because, you see, let's put it this way. With this interview you're doing here, giving people the opportunity to speak up or speak about what they've been through and how it can inspire the next generation. It's because you're educated, you do it in a structured manner. Let's look at how we started, the time and everything, structured. But the average person who is not well educated feels everything is normal, but everything is not normal. So it throws a light back to what I said. Looking at everything I'm doing, the kind of business I'm running, ignorance to the law is not an excuse.
It is not. It is not.
And how do I get to know the law itself? It's through education. So I believe education, once you have the opportunity, never write it off. It's going to add up to your knowledge. That's why we have formal and informal education.
Right.
Yes. If not, one would just stay at home and say, okay, I had an informal education and I'm okay. But a formal education puts you on grounds, puts you on level, puts you in places the informal might not put you. Let's look at our chiefs now. Gone were the days we believe that, okay, chiefs are just local leaders. But now, majority of the chiefs, the paramount chiefs, the sub-chiefs, they are all educated because you need education. The world is evolving from where we thought it was. AI, if you are not educated, how would you use a system to be able to experience or benefit from AI? Communication. Previously, those who used to speak on radios or those who used to pass information were just people who knew how to talk.
Speak, right.
Who knows how to speak or who knew how to speak.
Right.
They were just the people like that.
Right.
But now, people have attained formal education, so they have something we call ethics of the nature of the work they are doing.
Right.
What they used to do previously that they took to be normal, now they are not going to do it that way because they are educated. And that is what education does. It shapes you. It's like, should we say, a wood engineer or an artisan picking up a wood. The wood is in a normal state. Someone might leave it in a normal state, but someone will shape it to become a craft, put it in the market, and both of them, who is going to get a value for something? Is the one who has crafted his products. So education puts you in places the less informed or less educated person wouldn't get to. So education is very important, which we have to make it a norm in society.
I love this. I love that we've touched on education. And as a matter of fact, you went to touch the tail of a sleeping lion. and that stirs up. There's an eruption already.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I'm saying this is you'll find in the street of Accra,
Okay.
Medina, Lagos, Abuja, Addis Ababa, Kigali.
Africa, to be precise.
Yes, Africa to be precise. You go to a lot of places and you find a huge number of young people on the street. And now the quest is this: I want to make it. I want to blow. I want to get into this industry. I want to get this. I want to get that. I want to get that. But you see, many of them are not hungry for knowledge.
Okay.
They're hungry for success. Now, you have a different perception and perspectives, which I believe will help to shape the way of thinking.
For these people.
And in other words, rewrite the African narrative. Because of course, by 2050, African population will be 80% youth, young people.
So imagine there's less education.
Imagine.
Literacy will be so high.
And these people will be people, I mean, the people who are young now will be in their 50s by then. And that's challenging.
Yes.
So how do we manage this? As an expert in many industries, from football to entertainment to marketing to law and many other areas, how do you really see Africa in the next 30 years? And what do you think will be the most important area we need to focus on and tackle it? I know you've spoken about education, but I would like to hear your point of view.
Okay, so thank you so much once again. So I'll just, I'm a practical kind of person. I believe practicality makes things easier for people to understand. I'm not that person who would want to use very huge grammar and all those things. You see how well they throw more light on religion. Africans are very big on religion.
Yeah, very
God,
religious.
Religious, Christianity, Islam, this and that. They should throw the same light on education. Give people, public education. Let people understand that, yes, going to school is not just about graduating with certificates. But one, it gives you opportunity to networks. And even if you want to be successful in life, you can never do it by yourself.
That's right.
It's like climbing the staircase. It's from one step to the other. That means you need connectivity to get up there. And I always say something, which is something I believe in. The only place the rich man's son and the poor man's son is equal is the classroom. The only place the rich man's son and the poor man's son is equal is in the classroom.
That's right.
When we are in the same classroom, we study the same thing, we become friends, whether we like it or yes. You might not associate with me, but when you see me somewhere tomorrow, you say, he's my mate. That is it. Any other place you find yourself, even in church, sometimes there's even division. This sits here, that sits there, you get it. But when you're in the classroom, we are all writing the same exam. And if the poor man's son is even fortunate to be very intelligent, the rich man's son may have to learn from him. That means we are connected.
That's right.
So you see an importance of education.
That's right.
And you see, people need to be taught the fact that life success money is very good. I'm big on making very good money, very huge sums of money to be able to, assist yourself, fulfill a lot of things. Like even the Bible says, money does everything. And the late Daddy Lumba said it in one of his songs.
Yes.
Sika But Sika doing the you should let people understand that the knowledge about money is very important. Everyone can make money, but not everyone can manage money. That is also another thing. And how do you tend to get the knowledge to manage money? Education.
We're going to pause Mr. Bonsu because there's so much he's unleashing to us, and we're going to explore his thinking and then come up with a whole new perception about Africa. Let's even say Ghana, Nigeria, West Africa, and Africa. We want to hear his ideal Africa. And the reason why we ask this question so much is because we are trying to be the leaders that will bring about change and transformation. Every single life transformed from this program has going to bring about a ripple effect, So one life at a time. Mr. Bonsu, we want you to pause.
Okay.
Just imagine an Africa where education is prioritized, an Africa where the youth are empowered, an Africa where transformation is beyond what we say it to be, to being what we see it to be. From talking it to seeing it,
And doing it.
and doing it. An Africa where, with very little resource, you could achieve and attain great heights.
Okay.
An Africa where there is possibilities. A limitless Africa. Can you imagine one? A forte, what would be a forte that could facilitate such beautiful Africa?
It all boils down to what I was saying again. Even though I've taken a pause, I'll still take it from behind. Education. So you see, you've mentioned everything. Africa whereby the youth will be in charge, the youth will be employed. Gone were the days, these things we used to watch them on TV. They were done by, the top people in society, getting interviewed. Go like, how is it done? But now we the youth are doing it. And how is it possible? It's because we've been given the opportunity. We've learned.
Right.
See, we've learned. So if we having such an Africa, it's more or less of giving people the knowledge. And how do we impact knowledge? It's through education. Like I said, I'm very big on education.
That's right.
With that, Africa will be what we want. Look at resources. I wouldn't want to go into leadership or anything because I wouldn't want to politicize anything. But all I believe in is for the fact that when everyone is educated, you know the right from the wrong. You know that, okay, doing this is going to yield this, or doing that is going to yield that. And most people tend to, tell people or talk to people from the hearsay point of view. Let's give people who have had experiential knowledge to be able to speak up.
Yes.
The best form of advice comes from you see, they say experience is the best teacher. How do people understand that statement?
Right.
Someone will tell you, if you ride a bicycle, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to, like our parents. I always say some parents, not all parents are even dream killers, African parents. Not because they hate you, but they are more protective to the extent that they get overprotective.
Right.
Yes. If you ride a bicycle, don't follow this friend. So yes, it's good to give your kids or your words very good advice. But sometimes they are good in people. They can also see. So instead of saying, when you go to school, don't talk to anybody, or just go and come home. Say that, okay, when someone is doing something good in class, learn from that person. So you educate them on the good and the bad. And when this is inculcated from childbirth, along the line, it becomes part of, even the Bible says, teach the child the way you want them to go, so that they don't sway away from it.
That's right.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Most people in society, look at Africa today. With the countries you've mentioned, I've had opportunity to visit. And sometimes it saddens that, like my heart, that a lot of knowledge, a lot of personality, a lot of talents are being put down to nothing. One of the reasons why I established a football agency, I grew up in Medina. Medina is one of the areas with a lot of talent when it comes to football.
I agree.
You can never write Medina off. You can mention a lot of great players from Medina, right? From Fatah Dawda to Prince Tego to Awolu to
shout out to you. Shout out.
Yes. But you see, you come to realization that growing up, there were people, I was staying just right behind number one park. So I always after school, I get opportunity to go and watch soccer. But I never played though. Yes.
Do you play?
No, I never played.
But
I watch because that time if you play and you go home dirty, there's some sort of chaos waiting for you.
So the discipline has been from childhood. I would have been
the next Ronaldo, but now I'm doing this. But that's just by the way. So there are a lot of talent. You even as a kid, you can see them playing so well. Mr. Mbansi, as I was saying, one of the reasons why I established a football agency is because growing up in Medina, I was staying just right behind number one park, which is a famous place in Medina. When you get there and say number one park, everyone knows. That park alone has bred a lot of talents, or a lot of talents have actually use that field till they went to the professional level, or even some stop playing. You come to realization that people play so well, but the thing is, where is the opportunity for them to be able to exhibit these God-given talents on bigger platforms? Because there are no systems, there are no structures. It's just one playing. And gone with days, people even believe that the soccer itself was meant for quote-unquote the kubolos. People who don't want to, have any good life.
Unuseful people.
Yes. They are the people who play soccer.
Right.
But now look at what it's doing in society.
They are one of the most paid.
Not just most paid. You see, one of the things that bring, two enemies together.
It's football.
When Chelsea and Manchester is playing now, we might not be friends. But the moment we sit towards the ball, we'll end up talking. Either being a debate that this one is doing well, this one is not doing well, or still at the latter part, maybe when there's a final whistle, I'll be like, my brother, your team won, congratulations. We'll meet again.
Right.
We'll come back again. So you see,
Yeah.
it unites people.
Yes. Yes.
There's this story I may want to throw back to, but I don't really have the full detail. I think somewhere in Ivory Coast, one of the best players, I am a Chelsea fan, so I love Didier Drogba. I think there was a time that there was a war or something way back in Ivory Coast, which I stand to be corrected. And I think soccer was something that united them.
Mm.
You get it? So these are God-given talents, but it's helping society. So the Africa we want will be better if people are given the opportunity to exhibit their talents. If people are not being, written off, oh, this is a bad person, so leave him alone, and this is a good person. When I was in junior high school, there were people who were quote-unquote teachers' favorites that they made it seem as if after school they are going to be the best people, even in secondary school, even in university. But you come out and you see that the outside world is different. The practical world is different from the theoretical, or the theoretical thing
That's
we do.
right. That's true.
Or the labor world is different from the classroom.
That's right.
So instead of creating division amongst people, unite them. No one is that bad. The person may be wrong, but you see, two wrongs never make a right, or two wrongs never make a right. Yes. So he's wrong. You're also saying because he's wrong, he should go. No, you bring the person closer. This and this and this and this you're doing, it's wrong. And all boils down to what? Public education. Everything I'm talking about is education. And that is going to make Africa one of the greatest continents as we wish, and as we want. Look at our elections. Everybody
case study.
Everybody has the opportunity to exercise their franchise. But sometimes people don't even know how things are going. I remember our previous election, people were even making the assertion that they don't trade in dollar, so they don't care about dollar. But forgetting the fact that we import a lot of things into this country, and you can't import with CD because it's not an international recognized currency. There's a standard currency that is being used for all these importations.
Right.
So you might think it's only affecting me, the businessman importing, but it boils down to you because you're also in the economy.
Yes.
Now that the dollar is stabilized, can't you see there's been some sort of ease?
Yes, in the system.
So
That's
it's not just about politics, or it's not just about who is doing what. It's about general welfare. And this is all because people are less informed or less educated. So if I say, or if I keep boxing on and on and on, it will still boil down to education. So to get the Africa we want, we need to ensure public education, give people the opportunity to learn. Education is expensive.
It is expensive.
Very expensive.
It is.
Knowledge itself is expensive.
It is.
Getting it the hard way, the soft way, or even getting it through advice. For you to sit down and watch this interview, it might cost you some data.
Yes. And
That is
time.
expense.
Yes.
Time.
Yes.
And the time you spend watching this interview, you cannot even gain it back. But because you're learning something very important, you consider it a profitable use of your time. You see? So that is it.
I just love the way you look at things from a more analytical approach. And Mr. Bonsu, when I was 9, my grandfather said something to me. He said, an opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity. And I didn't get it then, of course, I was 9. But growing up, each time that was echoed back into my current reality, I asked myself, what could be an opportunity of a lifetime?
Okay.
For many young people who are watching this conversation, you wonder, what could be an opportunity of a lifetime? Could this conversation transform to being an opportunity of a lifetime where you listen to an advice of a lifetime? Could it be that the internship opportunity that you've been given to where you're working could be an opportunity of a lifetime? Could it be a mentor? Now, for someone like you who is well-read, well-vested, who we in Africa and for many other part of the world, people who are watching this conversation believes you are a successful entrepreneur. You are successful. You are celebrated beyond the shores of Ghana.
Thank you so much.
What could be those opportunities that young people, the younger generation, or even those who have missed it, could recognize as an opportunity of a lifetime? What it is? How is it dressed?
So
is
like
it dressed in well?
I like to be more practical, like I keep saying. Have you ever heard a statement that says, whatever you do in this world, do it well. You don't know who is watching.
Yes.
Good. Cristiano Ronaldo once said something. He said before he gained the opportunity to sign his first professional contract, they were playing, and I think his friend gave him a ball which he scored, and due to that, he was selected he was selected to his friend, or he was selected instead of his friend.
Right.
So that was the only opportunity that was given, and he utilized it.
A game-changing opportunity.
And this is who he is now. Sometimes, you see, it's like time. Time gone is never regained. So some opportunities may come, like they say, opportunity comes but once. So whatever you're doing, I believe when you do it well, it becomes a life-changing opportunity. You don't know who is watching. Look at those who go to these reality shows. They start audition. The audition, you just have one chance. You do it well for you to move to the next stage. You don't go there and say, okay, I'm trying to do something and see if maybe they will still give me no, opportunity comes but once. So everything, I believe, everywhere in life, like they say, everywhere in life is a learning curve. Every opportunity in life is the only opportunity. You don't say some will come again. And you see, people have this core of thought that what belongs to you will never lose or will never miss. No. The world in which we find ourselves now, something may belong to you, but you can miss it if you are not strategic, if you are not foresighted, if you don't know what you're about.
So what are permit me to address the Gen Zs. What are we getting wrong?
I think the Gen Zs, I won't say they are getting it wrong, because I don't believe there's any wrong answering way or there's any wrong lifestyle.
Right.
I believe maybe they are still, with time, they are still learning.
Right.
Like I said, everywhere in life is a learning curve.
Right.
Do you get it? People feel it's easy out there. It's easy.
By out there is outside Africa.
The general world.
Okay.
People feel it's easy out there. It's not that easy. You see, the Gen Zs needs to get a mentality that whatever I'm trying to do now, even in my era, IT knowledge is very high.
Yes.
So my importance is even getting lesser. Are you getting the skill here?
Yes.
AI is everywhere.
Yes.
Now, if someone wants to write a letter, gone were the days, the person will hire someone to do all those things. But now he may pick his computer, phone, tablet, iPad, go to Google. How do I write a letter to so and so? And within seconds, AI will give him everything.
Yes.
So which means another person has lost his job. A secretary has lost his or her job. So you see, the Gen Zs need to understand that they're in a competitive world.
Very competitive.
Very, very competitive
That's
world.
right.
Look at the manufacturing of robots. You go to some countries and robots are serving in restaurants. So you not even get opportunity to
more
go
accurately, more effectively, and efficiently.
They're well programmed. So you not even get opportunity to go there and say, no. So you see, they said you grab the bull by its horn. Yes. You don't joke. When the opportunity comes, you grab it as if that is what your life
depends on.
Because you don't know who is watching. You don't know who is watching.
This is really profound.
Yes.
Tony, this is really, really profound, because you see, the challenge we are facing now is the challenge of proof of skills, future of work, and AI. I feel like in Africa, this is really, really, not even in Africa, it's a global thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to, pick, of course, in 2020, the World Economic Forum declared top skills that will, serve you well from 2020 and beyond. And one of the skills they mentioned, or let me just list this three, is cognitive flexibility.
Okay.
And you are certainly a man who has so much cognitive flexibility from, let me say, more than 5 industries, doing it so well. Okay. It's one thing that you jump from this to this, but you are doing them so well. That's cognitive flexibility. You hear somebody say, oh, I went to train in agriculture, so I'm an agriculturist. And I was an economist, so I will be an economist. And I was in this, and I'm going to be in this. So your ability to know when to transition, when to build on this, when to invest in this. Can you be able to list some of these skills that we can, harness early, and build on, so that we'll still be relevant in an age of AI and on all these, transformation we're experiencing in our world?
Yes, Mr. Mbansi, thank you once again. I always say thank you because it's a great opportunity to be here on this great platform. So, let's throw our mind back to something. You've ever heard a saying that says, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket,"
Yes.
because if that basket should turn now, you've
everything
lost
is
all your
gone.
eggs.
Yes.
It's good you diversify, but be very strategic. I always say something. Business, to even go into business, you shouldn't go into business just because someone said this business is good. Rather, turn your passion into resource. You get it here. So if you look at my various academic background, right from journalism to PR to marketing to law to master of philosophy in PR, sorry, everything looks diverse, but it still stems down to communication.
That's right.
It's the various aspects of communication. If today I don't have my own business and I'm being employed in a company, because of the various achievements, I can work in the legal aspects, I can work in the marketing aspects, I can work in the PR aspect, I can even work in the HR aspects if it's allowed in that industry.
Yes.
So definitely I'll be part of the dominant coalition.
That's
That is
right.
the top people in the firm.
That's right.
So you see, you make yourself very valuable,
bad.
add value to yourself.
Yes.
And adding value to yourself is not about the clothes you wear. It's not about the car you drive. Those things are very nice. I always tell people, when you are valuable within, that is knowledge-wise, you can be able to achieve everything everywhere you find yourself. All you need to do is just recollect the knowledge you have and just put it down, relay it, and get things moving.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
That is the only tool. Even me here now, I'm still learning. Because everywhere in life is a learning curve. Every now and then you see something, you go like, okay, so this is this. This is that. And you don't see everything to be normal. Everything that happens in life is not normal. People feel, oh, it's just normal. No. Meeting you was not just by chance. It was for a purpose. So it's up to me to ask myself, okay, what was the purpose, or why did I meet Mr. Mbansi? It's not everything about you I'm going to pick. It's not everything about me you're going to pick, but definitely there'll be something about you I'll pick.
Yes.
So you pick from here, you pick from here, you pick from here, you put it together. That is why 7 days make a week. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday combined to be a week. So skills here, skill there, this here, this there, makes a whole.
I love that.
So you have to diversify.
I love
Be
that.
strategic. Okay, I'm doing this and this and that. Business people will say that pick what you want and do it well. Yes, it's always good to do it well.
That's right.
But it's good to diversify. You see, it's more or less about understanding where you want to go. Me as a businessman, I don't invest in areas I have less knowledge about.
Talk about challenges. I just love us to consider that. You see, you just mentioned investment, of course. You don't invest in areas that you don't know much about.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the mistakes that has really cost you, or expensive mistakes that you would like to prompt our young listeners or our listeners or viewers very, very early, so that we don't repeat it?
Okay.
Because they say a wise man learns counsel, from other people's mistakes. He takes order from other people's mistakes. I just want to explore this from the expert's perspective, Mr. Bonsu is certainly one who we know very well, has explored a lot of industries and has got a rich experience to share with us. But of course, behind the glamour, behind the success, behind the whole celebration of a strategist, a communicationist, one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way, which is simply a leader, a thought leader. We want to know, what are some of the challenges that he has experienced? That if he opens his mouth, you'll be like, you can connect, you can relate with. But certainly it's about you not repeating it again. Because, of course, we say that a wise man is one who learns from other people's mistakes. Share with us.
So you see, one of the challenges, I'll take it from different aspects. Let's start from society. Society, one of the challenges in society is, okay, should I say, inferiority complex. Not believing in yourself. There are a lot of people from these areas, quote unquote, which are being, sidelined or seen as, excuse to say, the down areas. Jesus was born in Nazareth, or was born at Nazareth. a place that is not even regarded. So no matter where you come from, you can do something good.
That's true.
Don't have that less, view of yourself that I'm not from here, I'm not from there, so I can't do it. So that is one. Let's go to education, a challenge there, then I'll delve into business. One of the challenges in education is you might not be applauded enough because you're in class with very smart students, people who are, getting the A's, the hundreds, the 90s. You might be getting 70 and 80, 60, or even be a mid student. That does not mean you're not doing well. You're doing great. You're doing great. Just keep going. But people tend to lose their focus because a lecturer or a teacher said, this is better than you. So it's not everything you hear that you keep.
Right.
You hear some, you let it pass by. The good ones, you keep them. Let me go to the challenge in business. Challenge in business is don't invest in an area, or don't go into a business you have less or no knowledge about. Can I give you a critical example?
Please.
Let's look at the COVID era. I don't know how it came about. I don't know how that, should I say, philosophy or that business strategy came about. At a point, you'll be in a WhatsApp group and you hear people saying, I need 10,000 face masks, 100,000 nose masks. You trace it and you come to realization that maybe one person brought in a sort of nose mask and it got sold out. So people were like, oh, that is an opportunity. Forgetting the fact that this is just a temporary era. Everybody will jump onto that.
Yes.
You get it? So at the end of the day, there were lots of nose masks that were not being sold.
Absolutely. Stuck
People
somewhere.
lost drastically. So I believe before you go into an avenue, before you go into a venture, make sure you have a first-hand knowledge about it. Ask questions. Seek advice.
Right.
Seek assistance. You can't do it all by yourself.
Yes.
So some of the challenges I faced is less information. You just hear that, oh, they said this industry is good. Then you just jump there. You lose everything. You lose. Because don't forget, in as much as you're making your own plans, there's government plans. There are natural disasters.
Yes.
There are a whole lot of unforeseen circumstances. So if you have less knowledge about that, which means then you're not doing anything. When the unforeseen happens, you lose everything. But when you have a fair knowledge about it, you can create a calculated risk. When it hits you hard, a part will be kept, which you can roll over to still stand on your feet again. It's like having a cold store business and not having a standby plant or generator.
I know.
When the light goes off,
your whole thing goes bad.
Yes, but when you know that, okay, there's a possibility that the light might go off, anything can happen, then let me get a standby electricity supplier. Once it goes off, you might not get it accurately, but it's still going to provide or produce with something, which means if what you would have lost is 100, you'll now lose maybe 30. And the 70 will still be a rollover for you. So some of the challenges is being less informed. Make sure you're actually more informed before you delve into a sector.
I think we should hammer on that. It is very important that you do your due diligence, right?
I'll come in there. I am a land banker.
Right.
I've been into sale of lands or land banking for many years. And you come to realizing one of the lacuna, one of the gaps in that field or that industry is people not doing their due diligence. People have lost their monies. They've lost their hard-earned resources to what? To the fact that someone said. Do you get it? Oh, my friend said he knew the owner selling the land, or he knew the agent, he knew so and so. Now they pay and it's gone. And it's gone for good. But if you look at the Land Act 2020, that's the Act 1036, it tells you everything you need to know about land. So if you are going today for a stool land or a family land, you know where to go, what to do, and do your due diligence and make sure that, okay, where you are putting your hard-earned resource is a place that it's not going to go down the drain. Because if you lose it, recovering it is very, very difficult. So due diligence is very important in everything. Even marriage, you have to do your due diligence. Even moving to eat at a place, you ask yourself, well, how do they even prepare their food? Hygiene. If not, people would have just imported everything into the country.
Right.
But they have to go through FDA.
Yes.
FDA does the due diligence on behalf of the citizens.
Yes.
To make sure that whatever you're going to consume is of the right proportion. It doesn't have any health implications on you guys.
Yes.
So which means due diligence is very, very important.
Important.
You scan everything you want to do. You scan it well. I know that, okay, this thing I'm going to do, it's of good, it's of better, and it's of best. You don't really rely on try and error. Gone are the days we say, oh, you try and you fail, you try again. It's way good. When you have knowledge about it and you fail, you'll be able to restructure. But you have no knowledge and you fail, or no knowledge and you fail, you can't do anything. So like you said, due diligence is very key in everything.
Very key, very key. Okay, now this is really important because each time I have the opportunity of speaking with my dear brother, Mr. Bonsu, we talk a little bit about, or a lot about young people. So I want to give him the opportunity to give out his well thought through advice to the younger generation. And of course, if you fall within or you have some energy within you that makes you feel young and vibrant and you are still dreaming and going far, believe that there is so much in store for you, please pay attention. This is my favorite part of the conversation.
Okay. I believe this is also my favorite part as well. When everyone is going to write an exam, they say, go for gold.
Yes.
So basically, don't settle for less. The best is available to you, but it's up to you how you go for it. Never settle for less. With the God Almighty up there, be prayerful. Whatever it's any faith you believe in, just be prayerful and don't settle for less. You get there. Thank you.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Now, this is just in summary. It is always a pleasure to have one who has, the experience, and not just the experience, someone who truly inspires. And now for people who inspire, our mission is very simple. Our mission is very simple: to inspire the next generation of leaders who will be able to lead positive change in their various communities. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our conversation with the incredible legal diplomat, of course, a sports enthusiast. That even led him to starting or founding a football association.
Yes, an
agency. And he has empowered a lot of young people from Medina to the rest of the world. And
Medina, we say.
And you know what's really amazing about Mr. Bonsu is his humility. In spite of so much he has learned, so much he knows, so much he has explored, so much he has gathered, yet the simplicity of his thinking, the simplicity of his relationship with people or relation with people is what really puzzles me more than anything else. And of course, his love for God and values he has cultivated that keeps taking him from glory to glory. But the thing is, I want to know, what is the thing about him that we don't know about?
So, people have the mentality or the thoughts, or should I say stereotype, that when you're serious about life, you don't have a social life. It's just your work. Whoever knows me will tell you, knows me closely, and love to party. I believe all work and no play.
Yes.
Make the jacket.
Yes.
So I don't want to be the jacket there. So you see, you should be able to, do your timing very well. Even the book of Ecclesiastes talk about it. There's
time for everything. My man. That's right.
Yeah, so you see, you should be able to have a balanced life because life can be stressful sometimes.
That's right.
So you need to ease stress. Take trips, go to parties, but just be careful out there. Because the Bible also talks about having the opportunity to everything. That's not everything that you should do.
I love that.
Yes, so it's just about being yourself, be happy. Life is too short to be sad. Don't let your body release a lot of cortisol. That's stress. Be free. It's not always that things are going to work out. But trust me, what is going to work out will work out.
That's right. I love that. I love the way you just put it. You find time to ease the stress. But for Mr. Bonsu, when he gets that little time, he wants to party. Okay, that's the secret. But also, I'm sure you've never seen him in a party place, right? Because he's always thinking and planning.
Dirty December is coming.
So it's amazing. It's really amazing. So Dirty December, for those who are watching from other parts of the world, in Ghana, there is what we call dirty December. For it, by the way, it's not that dirty, but it's dirty December. That's what we call it here. And so, Mr. Bonsu, it's been a great pleasure having you here,
Mr. Mbansi,
and
nice
we really
meeting you.
appreciate. Nice to meet you
You did a great job,
too.
my brother.
Thank you.
You need to be inspired yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And for people who inspire, our mission is very simple. We would love to, because there was a statistics that states that almost 60% of young people in Africa dream of leaving Africa to the Western countries for better opportunities, or what we call quote and unquote greener pastures. Now, why can't we find people who are actually doing those things that they want to go see over there, and let them share their stories, their journey, to inspire this generation that want to go somewhere else for that?
So, that is what people who inspire is doing.
Yes.
That is exactly what people who inspire is doing. You see, it all boils down to education. People are less informed, so they feel the other side is always greener. But there are also people that will tell you Africa is good. So if Africa is good, you want to go there, they want to come here. So you should look at the difference, what is really happening. It's more about exposure, letting people know where they find themselves and how possible they can make it here.
It is possible in Africa.
It's possible.
It is.
It's possible. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't explore. You should explore, be exposed to life. Being exposed gives you opportunity to learn a lot. And if you learn a lot, it's always easier to inculcate it into your everyday life.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our convo with the incredible dear brother of mine, Mr. Tony Bonsu, who is certainly, as you can all agree with me with a drum rolling, that he is a man who truly inspires. And it was certainly a great pleasure to have you here on the People Who Inspire program.
Mr. Mbansi, I would say that thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak, share a story, and to share thoughts. Your platform is very great. And I believe that whoever gets the opportunity to be invited here should treat it with a bit of all agency. Because it's not everyone who gets the opportunity to be here. You have a wider outreach, a wider audience. Before I even came here, I used to sit and watch and be like, when will I get there to also talk about it? God being so good, I'm here now. So I never take it for granted. Thank you for taking it.
Thank you, my brother.
Keep
Thank
it
you
up.
so much. And kudos, and thank you for inspiring our audience today. And we know certainly we'll have you back soon. Because there's so much success coming on the way to celebrate.
Yes. As we are here today, we are part of it to the end of time.
Certainly.
Because this is not for now, this is forever.
Certainly.
Forever is ever.
Certainly. Stay tuned for the next conversation coming your way on the People Who Inspire. My name is Emmanuel Mbansi, host of the People Who Inspire conversation. Thank you.